All right. um, I guess let's start this. So we're gonna be quick and easy. Today we're just gonna go over the pulley sets for SK Tank. And here we are. Sorry, had a little technical difficulty. I saw that I was dropping lots of frame rates, and that's why I didn't start so quick. All right. What do we got? Okay, first, I'll show you the brackets that come with SK Tank. There's a tripod view. So these are them. They're all stainless steel. So all other than this little one, all these brackets are gonna require a bolt and a couple of idlers. Okay. In the instructions for SK Tank, it tells you to use. Yeah, let me just switch to screen recording. It tells you gotta use M5x30 with the washers, M5x45. So my concern is these are just bolts with threads on it, and then you're gonna have those tiny bearings ride on these sharp surfaces, right? Especially here, as you can see, he says like you should put PTFE seal tape around it, right? That's to make it a little bit more slippery. I, on the other hand, ordered shoulder bolts to replace the bolts that it comes with. This is the AliExpress page that I bought them off of. I think total with shipping was around from $28 to $35. I actually ended up buying from two different vendors, mainly so that I wanted to see which one gets here first. Unfortunately, AliExpress, as they do now, they combine the shipment and they were both shipped on the same shipment. Yeah. So let's just, these are the parts that I ordered. So I ordered, oh, it's pretty bad. Doesn't actually tell you what I ordered. Fantastic. Okay. Well, we'll just look at the bags, I guess. I'll switch you out of my screen record. So I got these. They're N5 by 35, M5 by 40, M5 by 16, and M5 by 20. Okay. I also ordered some washers because you know they're cheap. Might as well have them. These are the idlers that the SK Tank comes with. Probably just AliExpress purchased or Alibaba. There are GT2. I zoomed in a lot to make sure that they're round, and they are round. So that's good. Alright. Let's switch to screen recording really quick. Alright, pulley sets. Pulley housings are folded to angle larger than 90 degrees. So if you look at it, and I'll switch back. I'm gonna find a better way to do this. There we go. So if you see that, it's actually opened up this way and this way, more than 90 degrees. And it looks like all the brackets are like that. Majority of them, at least. Okay. So back to screen recording. Alright, so basically it says you gotta slowly pressure the housing by fastening the nuts so that the angles are equal or a little bit larger than 90 degrees. You don't want them to be less than 90 degrees because it will pinch the idler in there, and then it will no longer spin freely, which is not what you want in a 3D printer. Lubrication. I'm gonna have to get some 3-in-1 oil, but I'll build the first set without lubricating, and then I'll just rebuild them later at a later date. So first pulley set, we got these two things right here. So we need a round head bolts, 5x30. So we have 5x20, 5x40, 5x35. So I'm guessing 5x35s are the one they want. Seem a little long. So maybe not. So I probably need 5x20s. And then I need 5 M5 washers. Gonna get some 5 M5 washers. And then nuts. For the nuts, I'm gonna actually replace the ones that he says to do this with 2 nuts. I got the nylon ones, so that I can do a slightly better job of tightening. Uh-oh, did I come unprepared today? Oh, there it is. I think I'm alright. Alright, so it says, assemble pulley sets as a stack in order shown in the picture. Interlock the nuts and pulley should be not bound. Use 0-1 washer spacer at each side of the pulley. It's okay. Alright, so, and pulley should rotate freely. Okay. So let's do this. First, I'll show you what I have. So these are the shoulder bolts. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 of them. So, weird thing is, from 2 different vendors, right? One is actually taller than the other. Let me see, I can show this to you. You see how one is taller than the other? Interesting, right? One's a little bit more shiny too. So I'll probably use a shorter one. So there's not as much thread protruding. So I grab 2 of these. Okay. So now I need 2 of these. One, 2. And I need the washers. So I need, so on each side there might be 1, right? So we need 4 total. We have the bracket. We're gonna try to do this. That's interesting. Bear with me. This is my first time putting something together on YouTube's. Alright, first we're gonna check to make sure this goes over it, and yes it does. Fantastic, so that works. So, I'm gonna put this on here, like so. It's a lot harder to do it this way. Nice. Alright, this may take a lot more work than I thought it was gonna take. Put one on top. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do it this way. Okay, so we're just gonna put one on top like this. Boop. Alright, and these holes are, looks like in the center, so it doesn't matter which way you set this up. I'm gonna slide it in. And we're gonna feed bolt through it. Okay. Alright, yeah, I can definitely fit another washer under there. Take another washer, slide it in there, it falls out of course, and then we'll repeat this multiple times. Uh-oh. There we go. Fell out. Jeez, I gotta not look at the camera and look to see what I'm actually freaking doing right here. There we go. Okay. There's something. I'm just gonna make sure it comes all the way through. There we go. All the way through. Alright, what problems do I see here? I think I'm gonna have to put a washer on the outside of this. Like so. Alright, or should I use a bigger one? Or do you think this is enough? Let me look at this really quick. This might be... yeah. Maybe. Alright, let's test this out. So now I'm just gonna put... it's the wrong size. So I think these might not be... yeah, so the end of that is actually not M4. It is actually M3. So we're gonna keep this because I need the washers. Well, I'm gonna grab M3 locking washers. Okay, well it doesn't work either. It's a little weird. Oh, M5. That's what I did wrong. I grabbed M5 instead of M4. Oh man. This is not starting out pretty good. Alright, so we'll just give it, I'll put M3 back so I don't have to mess with it. Alright. So what if I use an M3 washer in here? Okay, that should do something, right? And now I just put the little screw, the bolt on, the nut of this bolt. We have our tools here. Good fit. And I guess we're just gonna try to tighten and see what happens. Well, it's not moving, so that's not good. So that's already an issue, right? So if I loosen it up just a little bit. There we go. Now it's moving. Okay. Not super freely though. So maybe I'll back off just a little bit. That's much freer. Yeah, there's zero play. Up and down. So that's what you get. Oh, what's going on? It's like it stopped moving for a second now. Yeah, there's definitely like a spot where it doesn't want to move. Alright, let's unscrew it and take a look at it. Maybe I should stack a couple more washers on it. Okay, how about we try it without the washer? We'll try it without the washer on the end. Let's see how that goes. Put this here. And then we screw it and screw it and screw it, and it stops. For some reason, okay, there we go, we made it through. It's bound. I wonder if the washers are too freaking loose on there. Maybe they're too large? Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna take this whole thing apart and I'll put a washer right under this head. That's gonna pull it back a little bit. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I put a washer here, right? Then we're gonna insert this with this. That clearly doesn't go over it. So there are bigger ones too, but I don't want to use bigger ones. Alright, the problem with bigger ones is, well, A, these don't look like they will fit. Okay. So these are okay. That spins pretty freely. So I put it on top. I just want to make sure it doesn't. Yeah, if it's centered, right? If you look at it, if it's centered, it should not be impeding the movement at all. Okay, trial number 2. Slide this in. Take this. We drop it in. Pull this out just enough. And put that washer in there. Center it. These can be really fun to assemble. There we go, centered. Almost centered. There we go, almost made it. Come on, come on. Just a little bit. Trying to make that through just a little bit. Am I through? Looks like I'm through. Huh. I don't know what's holding it up. I don't putting that much pressure on it yet. It's definitely binding. It's definitely sitting pretty crooked. So maybe that's the cause. Like, I don't know why. Oh yeah, there's some play in there. See that play? If you offset it too much in one direction, then it's not so good, not so good. Yeah, totally bound. Totally bound. Okay. Well, there's not much play in this. Huh. Not really sure what's going on. Because there's no movement here, right? Because the shoulder bow goes perfectly through. I'm gonna have to think about this. It's like I need extra narrow washers. That's what it seems like to me. Let's see what it came with. Did it come with extra narrow washers? And I'm just messing around this crap. No, they look like the same exact washers. Maybe the quality of washers they're using is good, even though it is from 5 by 10 by 8. Let's see what it says on their website. 5 by 10 by 8. So this is the washers he wants me to use. You know what? I can try whatever, right? I'll do whatever I gotta do to make sure this thing works. Okay. Take it out. Yeah, maybe these are a little narrow. Maybe that's what's causing the issue. It's definitely bigger. I feel like they won't work at all. Well, there's only one way to find out. definitely much smaller. Alright, so you can see on the left is the washer that you get from SK Tank, and on the right is the washer that I got from McMaster. They're definitely different type of washers. Hopefully this is what's causing this issue. And I insert this little washer, and now we tighten, and hopefully it just works and doesn't just seize again. Was it the issue? I don't know. Hope so. Okay. Possibly. It's definitely tighter than what I did before. And it still turns. So I would say yes. Use the washers it comes with. There's a little bearing preload, but it's not a lot. So maybe I'm just gonna take looks like Roey's waking up. So that means it's gonna be the end of this stream. Cause babies come first, right? Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, it still spins. Holy shit. Okay. Alright, so one thing we learned. Use the washers that it tells you to use. Don't try to not use those washers. It spins very freely right now. There's 2 washers in between. There's 0 movement up and down. That's what I'm talking about. So what you see is right there, right? So I have the shoulder bolt, one of those tiny washers that I have, the washer that he says you should be using, which are these 5 by 10 by 8, and then the idler pulley, and then another washer, and then on this end it just penetrates through, and I have my nut with a nylon insert, a thread lock. Oh yeah, this is pretty good, pretty good. All right, so this is good. Looks like we're always up, so I'm gonna have to stop this really quickly. I will return when he's sleeping again, and we'll continue on doing this. Now that we have it figured out. Now that we have it figured out. Okay.